Corncorp is a new corporation with the mission of developing new biofuels. We have been hired as consultants to manage a newly acquired farm. We must decide which crop will most efficiently transform sunlight into a product that can be used to make a biofuel. The two crops to choose are switchgrass or corn. Looking over all the environmental and economic conditions, we have chosen to pick corn as our crop to use for the experiment. Reading the numbers on the corn and switchgrass and the difference of the amounts of vehicles using the fuel type is critical. If we were to choose switchgrass, it would be a technology experiment since there aren't any vehicles using this fuel type. Picking switchgrass would be a risky choice because there isn't any technology developed for switchgrass yet. Then the difference between the amounts of farms that grow each crop is huge. There are 300,000 farms that grow corn, and then there are only 10 farms that have switchgrass on the farm. The next statistic is the minimum temperature the crop can grow in. Corn can grow at a minimum of 32 degrees, but switchgrass can grow at a much lower temperature. The minimum temperature of switchgrass is minus 42 degrees, which is useful in an area that has below freezing temperatures. This isn't very significant because a lot of areas that have farms don't have weather conditions that have temperatures of below freezing. The next topic is the regrowth rate. Corn has no regrowth rate and switchgrass has a moderate regrowth rate. This goes against picking corn, but I think it's still smart to choose corn. The corn has to be replanted. Another important topic is the uses other than to produce fuel. Corn has many other uses like for food, seed, and starch. Switchgrass has only one more use, and it is decorative landscaping, which is not important. Precipitation range for corn and switchgrass is very close. Corn needs a minimum of 20 inches of rain and a maximum of 50 inches of rain per year. Then switchgrass has a minimum of 12 inches per year and a maximum of 60 inches of rain. There aren't a lot of farm areas that only get 12 inches per year. The rest of the statistics actually go against picking corn. Switchgrass produces more food per acre, costs less per acre, and also uses the whole plant in the process to produce fuel. These statistics are 3 reasons why I pick switchgrass, but I still think that it is too risky to plant switchgrass. The technology needed isn't even done being developed. It would be a disaster to invest in producing fuel by planting switchgrass if the technology wasn't created or wasn't available. Corn is the best option and the safest crop to produce for fuel. It might cost more money and might end up producing a lot more fuel than corn, but we would rather be safe than sorry.